Hey everyone, welcome back to Aligned Souls Tarot. I'm Lindsay. Guys, it has been almost 2 years since I popped on here and did a video. So today is October 2nd, if you're watching this when I upload it, of 2025, and we just went through eclipse season, and let me tell you, I had the strongest urge to jump back on here for some reason. I don't know if it's because now's just the right timing, if it's because it's starting to get into the spooky season with October here now. This has been on my mind for a couple months now. So in between the time frame that I've been gone, a lot of stuff has happened in my life. I have moved to a couple of different places and come right back home. I have started a podcast with my other business back in August. What else has happened? There's just been a lot of things. I took on a couple different jobs in between now and then. I did a couple of things with school, stuff with the family, all the good things, right? So I just feel like it's time. We have the podcast rolling. Like I said, that feels really good in my soul with my other business. If you guys don't know, my other business is The Healing Lifestyle. You can find that on Instagram, but the podcast is actually called Healing Her Feminine because I focus on nervous system work, soul embodiment, and then we go obviously into the physical, mental, emotional states on there as well. So y'all feel free to check out Healing Her Feminine podcast. You can check it out on any of the podcasting platforms. But I am back. So I figured in my weekly rhythm of making that podcast, I would also make my tarot reads again. Everyone seems to enjoy them, and I am so blessed to have the gift and able to give you guys whatever information the universe wants me to give. So here we are. These are the 3 decks that I will be using today. If y'all want more variety in the decks, I do have an Amazon wish list that I will put into the description box. I was going to do all of the horoscopes for this read, but I really am just feeling inclined to doing an October read for the month of October for now. Again, I will try to catch back up every single week, and we can go back through and do all the zodiac signs from there, because it does take a lot of energy and capacity for me to do these things, because I promise you I'm not making any of this up. It really truly is a divine, spiritual, intuitional type connection for me. All right, so let's go. What I'm going to start with is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck, and then we will clarify with the Light Seers Tarot if needed. Otherwise, we'll move into the Wisdom of the Oracle, okay? All right, so I hope everyone on here that has subscribed in the past, I hope y'all see this video today, and I hope that everything has been great with you guys in the past couple years here. Like I said, I'm really glad to be back. So here we go. We got our candle lit. We have our sage I just did before the reading. So sun's out, nice beautiful fall day. Let's get it. Let's go, guys. So we're just going to focus on October. You guys will hear things that resonate. You'll hear things that won't resonate. So take what does and leave the rest. Feel free to comment below if this resonates with you. If it helps you, always come back to the reading too, because even though some stuff might not resonate right now, it might resonate in a couple days, a couple weeks, whatever the case may be. So here we go. do read reversals, y'all. Some readers don't. I do. And again, this is just for the month of October. What do we need to know? And I'm going to actually try to get at least one, if not two more cards. Okay. Right. Okay. There's a hair that came out on this card, which is weird. So you guys might feel tied up in something, something of your past that needs to let go of, and you're just really entangled in it. But intuitively, y'all know exactly what this is. All right, so I guess we're going to keep going. Lots of cards today. Hey, I'm here for it. I love when lots of cards come out. This is interesting. Okay, let's see. Oops, you guys can't really see those. Let me shift them up as best as I can for y'all. All right, and then let's see if we can get another 3 cards. Like I said, the more cards that come out, you know, the better the reading, because I can give you guys more depth. So probably looks like we won't be going through the light series tarot just because there's so many cards that are coming out right now. It's definitely a long story. Long storyline. 2 more cards, please. Thank you. 1 more card. Thank you. All right, guys. Also with this, just because the Lover's card just came out, I will probably speak on relationship aspects of things. But please take it however it resonates. It could be friendships. It could be business partnerships. I just think the collective right now, there's a big shift happening between feminine and masculine energies. Lots of, move our crystal grid back some. Lots of polarity, you know, trying to come forth. Lots of placements with the masculine feminine energy dynamic. Lots of masculine healing happening, lots of women leading that healing for the masculine. Lots of good things happening in the realm of relationships. Okay, I hope y'all can see them for the most part. There is kind of a glare on them. I do want to go ahead and point out that with the Chakra Wisdom deck, every card has its own color according to the chakra that it is correspondent with. So you guys do have a majority of the crown chakra here in the pink, as well as the third eye chakra here in this kind of purpley blue color. You don't really have a lot of throat chakra. This is your only throat chakra here on the bottom of the deck, which go ahead and tells me that there's really not a lot of communication with whatever this is. You have 2 root chakras here, 2 sacral chakras here, and 2 solar plexus, 2 sacrals, 2 roots, and then you also have 2 hearts as well. So like I said, this is mostly, you know, intuitive guidance with this reading, with touching those other chakra points. But again, that throat chakra is not being touched here for whatever reason. So of October and what's ahead for you guys in this collective, and take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. So we start out with the Six of Cups in reverse, followed by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So right away, we are starting to see that there has not been equal polarity, equal reciprocity, things of that nature that has led to sort of this disconnect in timing. Okay. So when we typically get these things, it's like, right person, wrong time situation, or right, maybe you're giving into a situation. It could be work related to more than you should be. And now like that timing is, you're at a space where the timing is no longer aligned. So maybe this was aligned for you originally. And now there just seems to be this disconnect because you seem to be pouring your heart and soul into this more than you should. And I feel like that. Like I feel like you're reaching this breaking point if you haven't already. Again, even underneath those, like clarifying those, you have the Star card and the Death card, two major arcanas here, following up with that. And that's definitely telling me like you have to let go of whatever the situation is. Like I said, it could be relational, it could be job related. Because there is in your heart and your soul, that there's a better option or a better future out there with that. Okay. Next you have the Eight of Cups with the King of Cups and the Strength card. So here we're kind of seeing you walking towards something is what I'm getting. And this is something that has to do with, I'm hearing some sort of passion that you had when you were younger. You're walking to your authentic self, your truer self, your higher self. So whatever this wasn't in alignment with what your higher self knows, right? And you're starting to actually feel that in the physical. You could also be having dreams about it too. King of Cups. Sorry, I'm just listening. Okay. King of Cups here means more emotionally stable, right? They're also telling me like provider here as well. And like I said, even followed with the Strength card. Yeah, there's definitely this source of like strong masculinity, masculine energy. I'm getting pointing out here the two puddles of water that are with this card, with the Strength card. And that's that balancing of the masculine and feminine. That's exactly what the Strength card dynamic is you have the feminine aspect, again, with the solar plexus here. You have this feminine energy that is leading, or let's say taming, the masculine energy, right? Being freed, you have the gates up here too, being freed from the things that are tying you down, weighing you down. You're learning how to balance these two energies in such a way where you know when to use your feminine and you know when to use your masculine. If this is a relationship type dynamic, then there's something you're walking away from where this person wasn't providing you that safety and security that you desired. Maybe they were emotionally unavailable, and now you're walking towards something that is going to bring you more of that stability, more of that foundation provider type masculine energy that you're seeking, so that you can be in more flow, that you could be in more of that feminine attribute. Okay, following those up too, you have the Hermit card underneath the Eight of Cups, which is telling me like right now, Not only are you stepping away from whatever this is over here, but all three of these cards are saying hope for the future, death to old ways, and now you're taking the time out for yourself and you're definitely seeing things in a different perspective. You're gaining clarity is what this card is in reverse, the Hanged Woman in reverse. This is that clarity that lets you see this picture as is. You're no longer have those rose-colored glasses on, as we like to say. And because you're seeing this shift, because you're embodying now yourself, your authentic self, right? She's still in this red dress, even though the chakras have changed. You're embodying your authentic self, which is going to draw in that vision of the future that you want. So I'm pointing out the picture of the family in the background right here. And then you also have wealth abundance, you have material abundance, familial abundance. And really this, if you look at her, she has this same kind of energy where it's like authentic, it's feminine, it's flow, it's this yellow with the solar plexus is all about that confidence, right? And that's what you're embodying now. And I think you're also embodying this because you have this masculine energy coming in to help you kind of ease further into this feminine flow right here. Okay. Bottom row here, we have the Hierophant, we have the Seven of Coins in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, Eight of Wands, and the Lovers in reverse. It's interesting that we're ending this spread with the Lovers in reverse, especially after reading what we've read so far, because it kind of ties back into the beginning where, you know, you had this portrait, this image, this idea of what this relationship or this thing looked like. And it was very passionate and chemistry based. But now that you're seeing things in a different perspective with the Hanged Woman here, you'll notice she's in the same color, even though this is a different chakra. She's in the same color outfit as she was from this clarity card. And she's seeing the picture from a different perspective, right? And now it's making itself all clear. So the fact that this is the ending card is very interesting to me. Coming back over here to the Hierophant, like I said before, like all of this is pointing to the fact that you see this person for who they are or the situation for what it is, right? You have distanced yourself from it with the Hermit card right here. There's even the third eye up here for that intuitive clarity, right? So you see this person, and this person or this object or situation, you know, is looking back at you, right? And if you look at this guy's face, he's kind of despondent. Despondent is a word that is coming to me right now. He's not like pleased. I'm trying to get to focus. He's not pleased that she's standing behind them, but at the same time, he's kind of respecting her for it too. Like he knows that she holds the wand, right? So anyways, so you have this intuition, and this is also encouragement to continue following your intuition, and to really just stop trying to nurture this. I'm also getting that this has been happening for years, more specifically 7 years, if that resonates with you. We did just end a 7-year cycle here a few months back. So this is the beginning of a new 7-year cycle. So that could resonate with you as well, but it's definitely telling you to let it go. The fact that both of these cards are, you know, opposite of mirroring each other. So same repetitive sort of message, right? The Two of Cups is also in the reverse with the Lovers in reverse. So whatever this was, you know, the emotional aspect that you needed just wasn't here. You weren't being fulfilled emotionally, which I think is another reason why the Six of Cups was in reverse. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. And it's like it's kind of like that polarity I spoke about in the beginning. You have this transition of empty cups to full cups, right? So that's also interesting to me. This is where that transition happens with the 8 of cups. So the fact that the 2 of cups is in the reverse, um, like I said, it's just telling me that it just isn't working, right? This person wasn't emotionally available to you, wasn't offering what you needed. And now that you're letting all of this go, now you have this new set of masculine energy that's coming in. And maybe for some of you too, it just said to me, this could be you developing your own masculine energy too, so that you do have that balance within yourself, because you attract what you are. You don't necessarily attract what you want, right? So you have to become what it is that you want in order for you to attract it. So it's basically filling your own cup, right? Make sure that you are always filling your own cup first. Whatever that looks like, they're telling me like, have your own schedule, have your own busyness, focus on you, what brings you life and happiness, fulfillment, what makes you feel good and confident in yourself. And the fact that the Hermit card is literally the center of this reading tells me you're going to have to take some time out, if you haven't already, to fully come into that authentic self and live your truth. Okay, so stop making this person the center of your reality, but also don't try to make somebody else the center of your reality. You need to make you that center. And by focusing on you, both this person or situation and this future person or situation are going to be attracted to you. And that's where kind of all this is coming from, is because you know intuitively you have to let this one go. So even though this person will come back, and they might message you, they might reach out, they might ask questions about you to people that you know, her back is turned to this whole situation. The Death card is turned to that situation. The Star card is looking towards that situation, right? She's walking out the door. There are so many cards here that is like looking away. The 8 of Wands, which I haven't gotten to yet, is about that walking away. Her back is literally towards this half of the board. With the Lover's card, her eyes are closed, but her face is still facing out in this direction. It's not looking at that. These cards are looking dead straight. They're not looking over here. So there's so much here that is like, walk away from this side of the board and walk into this side of the board. Leave behind this unfulfillment that you guys have been having previously. It's almost the end of the year. You know, we're starting in Q4 now. We're wrapping things up for the rest of the year. Leave this in 2025. Put this in 2026. Knight of Coins, like I said, is showing me that there is something coming in. Right now, they're at a standstill. They might pick up on your energy, the fact that you're focusing on this, or that you're in this sort of entanglement, like I mentioned earlier. And so they're just out here on the sidelines, just watching and waiting, right? That could be your King of Cups waiting. But right now, they're not offering you anything because they energetically feel this entanglement, let's call it, on this side of the board. You have the Empress in reverse, which also tells me that you need to do some work, right? Go into your heart center and bring out that authenticity, bring out that confidence, bring out who you are with clarity. Walk away from you, I want to say people pleasing or succumbing to what everyone else wants you to be, and become your own empress. Yeah, stand in your truth, speak your truth. I think right now, because there's no throat chakra cards on the board, you're not speaking from your heart in any of this situation, and that's where your power is lying. That's where your power lies, is in you speaking your truth from your heart center. What are we at? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2 of Wands. Yeah, your future is in your hands. You can create your future. As women, we are the lighthouses. We are the manifestors, the creators, the nurturers of this realm, right? Of this world. So what you focus on is what you create, is what this is saying too. If you want this, see how like you have all this suns and brightness here, right? And she's holding this globe in her hand. You really don't have that here. You have a lot of dark, semi-lit things, but they're mostly like in the darkness. And these are all in the light. There's a sun here. Every single one of these wands is lit up for her. So yeah, just creating what it is you want in that future. Envision it, embody it, be your authentic self. She's holding the light, walking towards this half of the board. Last but not least, you have the Queen of Coins in the reverse. You didn't have King of Coins, did you? No. Okay. So you have the Queen of Coins in reverse, which also tells me about worthiness. That's the first thing that came into my head when I saw this card. But look here, you have the lion, right? There's that lion. So you might be trying to figure out, I don't know why this isn't focusing. You might be trying to figure out how to actually tame that lion from the Strength card. Oh, look at that. And then the Fool. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of you rising. Think of a phoenix rising. That's where this begins. So take ownership of your worthiness. Know that you are worthy. If you look back here too, you have the King's crown. The King's crown. You have a crown on here. I don't know why this isn't focusing, guys. I apologize. You have a crown on, but if you look right here, you have a King's crown as well. So there's definitely better coming in towards you. You just have a little bit of work to do within yourself. And like I said, make yourself that center of your own universe, of your creation and what it is that you want moving into 2026 and beyond. Look at this. I just opened the deck, right? And bottom of the deck, you have new life. I think that this is really a time for you to start shifting. Use these next couple of months to kind of lock in on who your authentic self is, on what it is you want to manifest. Write it all down, plan it all out. Shoot, use AI if you can to help you write these things out and start manifesting these things. Start doing manifestation affirmations on, you can get those on YouTube. You can do gratitudes in your journal. You can do print out, what you want this future self to be, act, do, see, taste, feel, look like, act like, walk like. I don't know what I've said, but really plan it out and read it every single day. When you wake up, when you go to bed, read it. Read that paper that you write about who it is that you want to become, what it is that you want to attract. And I promise you those things will come in. It takes consistency and repetition. It takes believing that is here for you. As far as the worthiness piece goes, I always recommend this book that I got. To all the females that I know, I always recommend this book. Go get it. It is so worth it. I'm actually going to start, sorry, my chair is squeaky. I'm actually going to start rereading it here shortly because I just need the refresher. I read it at the beginning of this year and I feel like it's perfect timing to reread it again as we close the year. You know how like you watch a movie or something and you pick up on other things that you didn't pick up on before? That's what I'm getting called to do with this book. So I highly recommend that book to everyone. I might be able to drop it in the description box too for you guys. So let's get some oracle cards out and then we'll close the reading for today. We're already at almost 30 minutes. And I'm going to try to make these not an hour long like I used to. So, all right, what else can we know about October? Oh, soulmates. Look, guys. See, this is what's coming in October. Yes. Look at that. Not for you in reverse. Let me just make sure that that wants to come in on that side. Yeah, not for you in reverse. So we've already talked about this too. I love when the oracle cards match up, with what we talked about in the actual reading. It's really helpful. Yeah, no place like home. Let's see if we can get like 2 more out, 2 or 3 more, just to make it a full set. Is that just one? Yep. Time for a nap. That correlates with the Hermit card. Time to just rest and digest. Take it all in. So you got 2 more cards coming out. One, and let's get another one and call it a day. I feel like this one wants to come out. Flexible. All right, and then this one is Loyal Heart. Yes, I love these. Bottom of the deck, co-create. This is that energy we talked about underneath here, right? With the 2 of Wands, that co-creation energy. All right, now the protection messages from these, I'm going to read from the book. If you guys are into numerology as well, soulmates is a 41, which is a number 5. It's all about transformation, transitions, that middle of the road. But I love how, I mean, soulmates is pretty self-explanatory, but I love how he's holding the key to her heart and is like comforting her. And you have all of these hearts floating around. I definitely get that energy from this side of the board that your soulmate is coming in. So let me just do a brief, I'm going to briefly read these to you because they're just so hard to remember. So let's do relationship message for this. Love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful, you'll never be the same. Friendships and romantic bonds so compelling, they overwhelm you with gratitude. Or they can break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. It also talks about strategic alliances, from sharing your journey with others. It could be mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, friends, strangers who open doors for you. Commitment, co-creation. So we have co-creation as well. It's whatever you've been waiting for. It's about to happen. It's here. It's the next level of your healing, of your consciousness, of your authenticity, right? This is the same thing that we've already said. Reciprocal experience. You just feel a strong pull towards these people, okay? So that's soulmates, number 41. Like I said, break it down, number 5. Next one is not for you. It is a number 6, even though it is in the reverse and looks like a 9. It is the number 6. So this is just a protection message for this. It says, don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust it. So right off the bat, both of these cards are 2 things that we've already discussed. No place like home is number 50. Again, that's another 5. So the fact that you're opening with a 5, closing with a 5 on that top row is fairly significant. Again, this is also another protection message. So that's the only one that I'll read for you. And it says, there are times when it is when what is familiar and known is not the best choice. Okay, so right there, I just want to bring it back to this 7-year cycle that I was talking about earlier, right? We just closed the 7-year cycle, so this could feel like a disruption of your familiarity, right? Especially if you've been in this situation or relationship for 7 years, this could be indicating that it's not a strong foundation that you have built, that it's not meant for you. So let's keep reading. Human beings are memory-driven creatures. We all look for certainty for what we know, even if the qualities we seek in other people and in external conditions are expressed in unhealthy ways. Again, remember all this, right? It wasn't aligned. You were giving too much. You weren't receiving, very, very much not giving you safety, provider, strength, all of these things that you need. Avoid being too eager to find home. Choose something unfamiliar and trust that there you will find a new normal that supports your spirit. Remember, if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. Do the opposite of what feels right, even if it's uncomfortable, because what feels right is really what feels familiar, and you will attract and be drawn to the very things you don't want anymore. This time will not be different unless you do something different. Wow. Very powerful on that one. All right. Time for a nap is number 24, which reduces to a 6. And I'm pretty sure that what I said about this one is just taking some time out. Doing the hermit mode type situation is what this one is. I'll just double check for you guys. Yes, rest, rejuvenation, renewal, temporary non-action, allow dreams to arise. Step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. So again, that very much hermit mode that we talked about. Detachment, neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom. If you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction as you observe with engagement now. When it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time, so don't force anything now. Allow things to naturally flow, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Take a break from your busy schedule. Allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, let go of attachments to any outcome. Meditate, take a holiday. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. Okay, perfect. All of this aligns so much with the actual reading itself. Like I told you guys, like I love when this happens. It's just further confirmation. All right. 35 is the number for loyal heart. That is an 8. That is a sign of infinity. That is a forever symbol. I was trying to think of 6. I've forgotten what 6 is about for this one. We'll just call it rest, but I know that that's not what it is. So number 8, right? Infinity. We're like, this is where we start locking in, because number 9 is completion, right? So we're the step right before completion. So with loyal heart, we talk about fidelity, loyalty, obviously. Devotion. This says that evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove they are faithful to you. You will, in turn, commit to them fully. There's a sure and abiding certainty in your heart. Know that Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outcome of the circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved, always divinely protected, and divinely directed. As far as relationship goes, your partnerships, friendships, romantic relationships all have many qualities in common. Honest devotion, faithfulness, and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you as loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. Your long-term loyalty to your goals is becoming evident in the world of conditions where your aspirations for success assume form in reality. Success is finally taking shape. If you are loyal to your dreams, faithful to your plans, while remaining flexible, which is weird that that's our next card, and devoted to serving others, you will be shown proof of your true prosperity. It's time for joyful celebration of spirit, your manifesting partner. So again, this is saying, be true to your authentic self. People that are around you are going to show you where their heart and soul is, and ones that align are going to stay, ones that aren't are going to be removed. And that's where that flexibility also comes from is, you take this rest that it's talking about and new things are going to come about and you're like, man, like this really isn't aligned with where I'm going, with what I want to do, with, making that authentic, making that authentic paper that I mentioned, planning out who it is that you want to be, what you want to do, act, feel, all the things. That might actually bring a lot of clarity to you, in which case you're like, okay, I don't want to do these things anymore. I want to do these things now. And you shift, but you're always going to be loyal to yourself, and spirit's always going to be loyal to you to guide you on the path that truly does feel like home. The key part is this next part about feeling flexible, and the fact that the loyal heart mentioned flexibility in it, I think is honestly really no coincidence at all, because flexible here is number 19, which reduces to the number 10, but the number 1, right? It's about new beginnings, which furthermore entails this co-creation. So co-creation has also been mentioned in these oracle cards. So we're continuing the same stream of thought and download that we went through with the actual tarot cards themselves. All right, so flexible, like I said, number 19 reduces to the number 1, the beginning. And you also had the Fool in here too. Remember, underneath all of this, you have the Fool, which is number 0, aka number 1 too. But it is the beginning, and that's where you're going. You're not necessarily going back to the beginning, but you are transforming into a new beginning. All right, flexibility is teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important, right? Going back to that loyal heart. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. Whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now. Willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. So look, we're going back to this card every single moment that we run through these oracle cards, is this authenticity, this coming back home to self, right? There's no place like home. The home that you have had for these past 7 years, or however long it's been for you, has been unstable. You've had not strong tree roots like the flexibility card has mentioned, and this is where you're shifting that dynamic. So moving forward, it says common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So you kind of see this reciprocity also happening. They're talking about how people are loyal to you, and in return, you're going to be loyal to them. You're talking about how people are going to be flexible with you because you're being more flexible with yourself. Like, you are that lighthouse. So the energy that you radiate is the energy that you're going to get back. Kind of like a radio frequency. I say this in my podcast a couple of times. When we dial up that radio dial to the frequency of the things that we want and desire in our lives, that's how we attract whatever it is that we want. So when your dial is down low, you're just going to continue to attract the things that are low on that dial. But when you really hone in and you really turn that dial up to a higher frequency, now you're vibrating at a higher frequency, and that's the things that you will attract. That's what this half of the board was about. You coming home to yourself, being authentic with yourself, feeling more worthy, being more confident, chiming in with this masculine energy and really just building this 10 of cups energy of all the wealth and abundance that you want, whether it's financial or success or familial or emotional or just within yourself, like whatever that abundance is for you, could be a multitude of things. That's how you draw this in, is by turning up that dial. Relationship wise, it says be open to new experiences and learning new things. Let go of the rigidity. Right now, you don't always have to be right all the time. Come to happy compromise. You can still have your needs met. So again, you weren't having that compromise here, right? You kept giving all you had to whatever this situation was right here with the 6 of cups. And now it's saying, listen, this isn't working anymore. Either set boundaries, set expectations, set your standards. And if they meet them, they meet them. If they don't, then they're not aligned with you anymore. And it's a hard truth to swallow. But if this is your end goal of your happiness, your peace, your joy, you have to let these things go that are holding you back. Okay. Also with this card, it speaks about meeting someone who isn't typically your type. Again, going back to, if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So maybe this is also encouragement of whoever this new person or situation is that it's something that you've never thought would be your person or your thing. It's something new, something different. And this is why you're being encouraged to have an open heart, to be open-minded, to be flexible, because when you come into your authenticity and your authentic self, you're going to be more aligned with things that you've never experienced before. And that's where this openness needs to come in, because how do you know what it feels like if you've never experienced it before, right? So always be, open to things that might not be your type, right? Release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made the choice. Last but not least, when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, like what it looks like, who will share in it, what will then be available to you, you need to still relax and be open to other possibilities, because you never know. We always know what we want, but we're not necessarily knowing how to get there, right? We don't have to know the how or the why. We just have to keep envisioning what it is, but also understand that what we think it's going to look like may not look exactly like that. It actually might be better. Okay, so by being open, you're allowing that better to come in. Something somebody told me one time was, it's going to be this or better. That's it. I'll only accept this or better. So you're still being open, but you also are setting that boundary, that standard. What else can I tell you in this last little bit? A job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, an opportunity that eluded your imagination. Remind yourself this or something better. Oh my gosh, guys, I didn't even know that it said that. This or something better manifests for me now. I can't believe that said that, and I didn't even know. That gives me chills. Okay. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. Okay, last but not least, we'll do co-create. Guys, that I literally have chills from that right now. All right, 40 obviously reduces down to number 4. That's about heart-centeredness. So creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation, all things feminine in this card, especially with the egg here. I also like the owl representing that wisdom here too. So what it says is, you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Did I not just say that? Here's your Two of Wands card right here. Direct correlation. You must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You're a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. What did I say? You're the lighthouse, right? You are a product of divine inspiration. You're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art, you know that you co-create it. Only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. As far as relationships goes, connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. Okay, we're going back to this whole thing about being open to new expectations, new realities, new loves, new types of loves. You're looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. Also with this card, flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You're at your most creative right now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. All your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. Guys, so literally everything that I just mentioned to you in the actual tarot read came out in the oracle message as well. And I absolutely love when that happens. So yeah, just you guys are coming back to your authentic self. You're letting go of things and drawing in new things. Just maintain that openness. Like I said, work on the couple things that we mentioned today and really just stay in your center. Put you as the center of your world. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for today. Sorry, we are now at 50 minutes, almost an hour. I really tried, guys. But first time back too, I really enjoyed this. And I'm gonna really try to get in the habit of doing it once a week, like I do my podcasts. Yeah, so I wish you guys well with October. The next read that I should do is going to be with the zodiac signs. It'll probably be focused on the full moon energy because full moon's coming up in probably a couple days now, if I remember correctly. So I'll do that before the full moon, so you can get it about the full moon. And yeah, I will see you guys next time here on Aligned Souls Tarot. And welcome back, everybody.